Hey there, friends. How's it going? My name's Popeye. We got some more Trails to Azure. Like I said, we're definitely not 100%ing this day, because there's no way we're 100%ing this game in general. But we are getting close to the end. Last I checked, we only have 4 dungeons remaining, and it's pretty much a straight shot. So we're gonna see just how close we can get to that. If there's a chance that we get through this today, we might push stream a little bit longer to see that through. But last time, we helped get Ellie out of her imprisonment, which I guess wasn't really that much of an imprisonment. She was being kept in the foreign guest house on the island, Mishalam Island. So we rescued her, and then we sent out a broadcast by hacking into the local radio frequency, I guess it was television frequency, to broadcast something from the former mayor, now, I guess he's Speaker of the House, I think, or the president, basically condemning everything that's gone on and saying that the country of Crossbell is not legit. Now, to break in, we have to go take a look at 2 bells in 2 different temples that we've explored before. So I'm hoping these ones actually be pretty short, but we'll see. Maybe they have a lot of enemy reinforcements now that they know that these are important places. Hello, Avier. Yeah, it's not great there, huh? And Canada's going to be almost assuredly electing our person this fall, so you might want to look elsewhere, to be honest. Hello, how's it going? Hope everything's alright besides living on that side of the border. Yeah, so for those of you who haven't heard, Trudeau stepped down, maybe it was about 2-3 weeks ago. And the reason for that is because Canada was going to have their general elections in the fall anyways, because we do it every 4 years as well, like the States. Just the difference is that you can be Prime Minister for more than 2 terms, because you elect the party and not the person. However, Trudeau knows, or I guess knew, that he didn't really have any chance of winning any re-election, but he wanted the party to have a shot, so he essentially stepped down so that they could start finding a new leader for the party, so that they could potentially have a shot in the next election. They're still trying to figure out who that leader of the party will be. I think they said it's about a 6-week process, but it's all internal. It's not. I know the U.S. has like a more open, like the primary system is a lot more kind of open. I'm not quite sure how the primaries work after that, to be honest. I know that you have people that, when they see that they're not going to win, they kind of like drop out and give their support to someone else. Very theatrical. Yeah, so we're looking to see who will be the Liberal Party. That's what Trudeau used to be the head of and is our current government, which is essentially a centrist government. So kind of in between, like Republican, Democrat. But yeah, we'll see what happens, because a couple of people who are potentially running have already said if Trump puts like full tariffs against Canada, that they're going to put them right back. And one of the people running, I can't remember her first name, Miss Freeland, she was Canada's representative for the NAFTA trade agreements when Trump was president last. So she already has experience kind of dealing with him on these like tariff and financial matters. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. And she was also Canada's Minister of Finance, so I think she has a decent chance of winning the party. There's also another person, I can't remember his name, and he was like a head of a big banking firm, so also lots of financial experience. which I think is kind of the route that the centrists are going, because usually the right wing, their stance is very monetary. So we might have a more of a centrist leaning around like fiscal policy. And I don't think there's any chance that our left wing wins, but can always hope. All right, so we were on our way to, so the two temples we have to go to are the Moon Temple, and I believe Stargazer's Tower was the other one down here. We're near the Moon Temple, so we're gonna go there first. And our goal is to get to the top of it and do something with the bell. I can't remember if we need to break it or stop it from ringing with some kind of like art resonance. I guess we'll see once we get there. Am I going the right way? Which one of you is a map? Yes, I'm going the correct way. And it's a straight shot from here. Okay. Yeah. Run away, that's what I thought. Okay, maybe this is the time we get to that treasure chest down there. And then in other news, so the premier of my province just announced yesterday that he's going to have early elections, so they're dissolving our provincial government. So that one will be interesting, because we essentially elected our Trump for my province, and then re-elected him. So he's been there for almost 8 years. It might even be over 8 years now. Jeez. But yeah, so we're gonna have re-elections on the province in, I think it's 29 days. I think it was only a 30-day limit that was given. So that's gonna be very fast. So we got Campanella here. They got cool tattoos on their shoulders. Location defense? Are you just trying to say they guard things? Is that what that means? But they're easy. They're easy mode. We got this, guys. We'll start by party buff. Okay. Exactly, they're easy peasy. Can we analyze? So it looks like they use water-based attacks. They drop Celestial Bomb EX, that's really nice. Wind is the way to go, they resist everything else. And on top of it all, they're not worth that much XP. How's our health? Oh, we're still a little too far spread out. Why do you have almost no arts now? What the heck did I equip you with? Oh, and they have a very high art defense, it looks like. Because if her art did 1 damage, and she's probably my best caster in terms of stats, and they're level 88, which is the level most of my characters are, that means they have a really high resistance to arts, and we need to go physical. which is gonna suck for Tio because her weapon by default. Oh, let's not be in a. Oh, I was gonna say let's not be in a straight line, but you kind of made us all in a straight line. Her weapon by default becomes magic based.
Yosh!
You're just gonna be on healing duties. Dang it. What the heck did I equip you with that you have literally no arts? Okay, I need to check your specs after this fight. Great.
Yosh!
Oh, and it's self-destruct. Even better. I love that for us. Oh, it's... Just gonna try to get closer but spread out so that... Yeah, exactly. So this laser only hits one of us. Okay, you can move now. Can you do that?
手こずってる。
ピンチです。負けられない。エニグマ。
負けるか。まだまだ。
助かりました。ピンチ。
Okay, yeah, so there's one damage.
負けるか。まだまだ。
なんとかしないと。なんとかしないと。ドライブか。それ。
負けるか。
なんとかしないと。
そこだ。
ピンチです。えい。
まだまだ。負けるか。
なんとかしないと。
甘いって負けるか。すまない。みんな。
Gets the winning kill but doesn't get any experience because he dies in the process. Sounds about right.
お見事。それじゃあ遠慮なく中に入っておいでよ。鐘の前で待ってるからさ。
So he's camping out.
どう思う？
どう考えても何か仕掛けを用意し、それもタチの悪そうな仕掛けの可能性が高そう。
それでも踏み込むしかありませんね。
おう、腹をくくるとしようぜ。
Okay, first things first, let's heal people. Gosh dang it, I forgot what your enigma it was. Okay, that's probably good enough. Next question. What the nuts do you have equipped? Oh, that explains so much. I guess it all got taken off you when you were captive. Probably had that one. Why did you keep some and not others? So what arts does that give you? That looks more in line with what I was expecting. Wait, I thought I healed everyone. Why is your health like that? Probably scrolled down to Ran. Yeah, I was showing that. Okay. We'll come for you later, treasure chests. Okay, if that's sealed, maybe that's like a halfway point that we can come back from. Oh, I'm glad I didn't use any items on that.
あれは
やはり何らかの術によって封
We've
印
got
されているよ
seals
う
that
で
we
す。
probably need to break, and then we probably have to break each of those seals, go through and break something there, to then go through the top one with the
種類
eye.
があるみたいですね。両脇の扉を封じているのは、隠し扉を封じているのは。
ああ、一体どういうつもりだ。
とにかく探索を始めるしかなさそうです。
それじゃあ
First question, how tough are you guys?
先生かな。始めましょう。
了解。
行きます。
俺の番
Not that tough.
ま、こんなもんかね。
So it looks like this dungeon is essentially... Okay, we probably have to get something and put it there to unlock each seal. Seems like this dungeon essentially does not have any added creatures except from boss fights. Which means we're essentially just here to collect some items. Unless this guy's gonna prove me
めん
wrong.
どくさいです。
よし
He's proving me very wrong. Petrification from... I was gonna call it the bear with the book, but sure. Do I? They're called Softener. Or am I mixing up my JRPGs? Softening ointment. Okay.
ザンク
行きます。行きます。
任せろ。ほらよ。
私の番ね。
I didn't see that vanish was an effect there, but that was very helpful. Also reminds me that the higher elements are in
私
effect
の番
here.
です。そこです。
行くぜ。
よし
Okay, when they divide, they keep the same HP.
任せて。そこ。みんな怪我はない？やっ。
What do you mean ambushed?
気をつけて。はい。
I'm literally shooting you with a gun.
行きます。覚悟。
行くよ
そこです。はい。私の番そこです。
やれやれ
覚悟。せ。私の番はい。やっ。戦闘終了。気を引き締めないと。先生から始めましょう。
了解
さてや行きます。
ここだ。
俺の番だなこれが俺たちの力だ
Let's go down
上がってきやがれ。
first.
俺の番だ
Please don't petrify him for the 1 billionth time.
さてと。今だ。
Okay, this has a death blow. So if we hit an
行く
AoE,
ぜ。
助立ちします。
行くぞ
俺の番。うっしゃ、いい感じだぜ。
these enemies are pretty... We're just gonna go down all the way first. Is this a maze? Seems like it's a maze. Do we go down? That way. Up. Up. Okay. That got us somewhere useful. So it looks like there's some aspect of a maze there.
手強いです。
分かった
This seems like a semi-boss fight.
そこだ
I was gonna say, these look like clowns. They look like Yu-Gi-Oh! Clowns. What don't clowns like? Being set on fire. That makes sense, right?
分析詳細です。ゲットです。
Oh, they actually don't like the darkness.
俺の番だな
Hello, Chaos. Yeah, welcome to the 5 a.m. clown time
私の番ね。
from the Toontown deck. Probably makes the most sense. You don't like getting sent to the Shadow Realm.
おっしゃは
That has impede. That's annoying.
俺の番だな
And it looks like it's targets spellcasters.
行くぞ
Oh, you self-destruct, because of course you do. Your profile picture looks like
Yes.
the alien. Okay, you need to do some healing.
エニグマクロ。
Alright, he's gonna target you because you're... Gosh dang it.
エニグマ。助かりまし
俺の番だ
俺の番だな
た。行きます。
That's... Well, he can't target me if I get my cast off before it's your turn.
や。や。
ありがとう任せて
I
く
mean,
れ
it can still target me, but you won't interrupt my cast. You got yeeted into the air, but it somehow missed and got a counterattack on it.
データ収集終了しました。
Also, Tio being a complete dick and killing the enemy so it self-destructs in their face. Okay, so we don't need to get items. Oh, maybe we get the items from the sealed rooms. Okay, who remembers what this story was? 49 out of 61. He opened the chest on her behalf. As though they had been overstuffed, a thick bundle of letters expanded and burst out until a wealth of them were scattered on the floor between them. That's the story of how Harry Potter got his acceptance letter.
私の番ですね。
任せてくれと
さて、ドライブ開始。
You got death blows coming
お
up.
任せを。や。
行くぞ
私の番。はい。
But
や。
they resist death.
戦闘終了。気を引き締めないと。
ほらほら邪魔すんじゃねえうっしゃいい感じだぜ
お疲れ様。
We'll take that one hit KO that gave like half the team a level. We learn anything about this from you? No. Okay, we already pressed that, I guess, in a previous time here. Get our feet wet. See a sea unicorn. Oh ho, hidden treasure chest. 51 out of 61. He then removed one specific envelope from his breast pocket and placed it above the lid. Whoever left this letter and chest placed in front of my door instead of yours. You'd best be reading it. The clock is ticking. So we missed one chest between that one and this one. Okay.
手強い
Sun
気をつけろ
lines.
了解です。
俺の番だな
任せて。みんなありがとうございました。
おっしゃ ほらよ
行くぞみんなそこだそこだ
They
私
can
の番ね
heal themselves. Okay. If you're healing, that probably means you're water based. Let's try wind.
任せてくれ
行きますターゲット詳細しましたゲットです
What was that one?
Nagasero.
Space.
そこだ行くぞで
さてエニグマクル
行くぜ
引き出します
俺の番だな
や
そこだ
私の番ねそこ
行くぞ
さて
行くぜ
That seems much easier than the last ones.
私の番ね
みんな
行
I
くぜ
take that back.
任せてはいそこです
おっしゃ
さてとエニグマ
ありがとう
はいそこです
ってこと俺の番だなこれが俺たちの力だ
I untake that back. Okay, now the other half of my team got their levels. I see a treasure chest. And behind a sea
よし
unicorn.
上げていこうぜ
はい
I think they're water based.
任せ
任せてくれ
行きます任せて
任せてくれよしもう大丈夫だ
Randy was first mined by the Epstein Foundation's first ever Oracle pager. He's calling it the Red Beeper. Mega Drive. Oh, that's a nice little power up for you. Okay, we got to one of these treasure chests. Before opening Trinity, Waze's first cover job idea was becoming Morg's apprentice, but Bennett refused to let him have the title Second Dominion. I'm sure there's a pun in there somewhere that I'm not getting. Slight increase. Oh, maybe that was the baker, and he was going undercover for the baker. That's what that pun was trying to be. Let's go. Oh, this will be a fun.
ここは通らせてもらうわ
みんな一気に
行くぜ俺の番だな
さて
よし
さてさてと
Okay, that actually
先
wasn't
を急
hard.
ぎましょう
I've always been bothered by my pointed features, but people tell me I'd make for a good model. They say I have all the right angles. Okay, and that staircase is broken. Okay. Actually, what does Sapphire do? Just HP 4? No, it's shield 4. Okay. It's not one I particularly care about.
敵先生気をつけろよ行くぞ行くよはっ俺の番だなと
行きます。
行くぞと
助立ちします。
俺の番と
はい。
やれやれ
さてと。エニグマ。
任せてくれよしもう大丈夫だ
Some quick heals. You cannot heal. You have no EP. Oh, they sucked all our EP? The jerks. Okay, then time to go back to that starting heal station. Giggity. Alright, so we go down the staircase. You're afraid of me, as you should be. Okay. So now let's start with this one. It's the one we opened first. Okay. A bunch of Seepith. Look inside and find a manuscript of Chess's autobiography. Wow, you're mentioned here, but not in a flattering way. Okay, looks like that was it. Sure, let's take one or two of you guys out just to get the XP.
了解
さてと。そこ。行きます。
ここだうっしゃいい感じだぜ
That was not worth the XP. Also, if you haven't noticed, every time we enter a room, it has the soundtrack in the top left-hand corner. There's a I would say a grammatical error. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm not the best at grammar. But it says the bell that doesn't supposed to ring. I would argue it should say the bell that isn't supposed to ring. Aha, this one. Congrats to Lloyd for changing Noel Seeker to Onel Finder. Oh, she's not even here because she's our backup character, so that was a useless weapon for us to pick up right now. Okay, that time I was ambushed. That one was my fault for
私の番
rushing.
ですね。さあ、次に行きましょう。
There we go. The bell that doesn't supposed to ring. "48 out of 61. Cyril stood and carefully reached for the chest with both hands, only to make her hug it more tightly. He paused, waited with patience. Moments later, she relented, understanding that he meant no harm. Cyril, I wish you wouldn't do stuff like this to the chest." Alright, we picked up some kind of, robe garb. Is it male only? Because that didn't sound right. No. Maybe it just sucks. Maybe I was supposed to pick this up a long time ago and I didn't.
やっ
ほらほら邪魔すんじゃねえ
Why
私
would
の
I
番
fight
です
Skeletor's minions here?
行くぞ
はい、そこです。これもみんなの勝利ですね。
Is there no consequence for taking this? None whatsoever? Apparently not.
バックを取られた気をつけろ
よしとせい
さて、
俺のぜ
任せてくれ
は見られたかい。敵先生、気を
任せ
つけない。
てくってやっやっ
Ryan's picking a rotten time to stop moving and
撃
start
破しまし
moving.
た。
Okay. Okay, I assume we have to place it here. Okay,
敵接近。注意してください。いや、
heal.
そこだ
私の番。えい。
おっしゃ
That's right, explode in my face. See if I care. I'm gonna go heal. Okay, so now we just have to do this one, and then we'll see what opens up.
みんなチャンスよ。私の番。そこです。いや、
ここだうっしゃいい感じだぜ
Correct.
お疲れ様です。
I see a chest back here. Fine, I have to fight you.
みんなチャンスよ。さて、いや、はい。
おっしゃぜ
よしで
はい、タン。これもみんなの勝利ですね。
Okay, some secret. Don't know much about the orbital net, but cloud storage sounds like heresy. Chestkind do not infringe upon the domains of Chestios, she who soars above. Chestios was a play on Adios. Okay. How many? You got several doors. Oh, your dungeons. How quaint.
Yeah.
Okay. I still want to explore the other dungeons. Not so often I get to come down to Chaos's basement.
いや、みんなチャンスよ。
チャンスだよしよし上出来だ
やるじゃない。
They're called Tyrolls because they're made from the tears of all the chests whose items have been plundered. Okay, I'll have to plunder more chests if I want more of this item then. You're just incentivizing me to plunder you more. 50 out of 61. These are all the letters Jubilee has written to you since our marriage, Cyril explained. I always kept them with me. I knew you'd never come to me willingly, so in a strange way, I was the best hiding place. I have no idea what the story is trying to say anymore. There's like gray boots. Gray greaves, men only. I guess for you then, because you're the only person it's an upgrade for. Okay, I don't know what happened to that thing when it dies. Wait. Interesting door placement. I almost didn't even notice it. The truth of the Zemirian continent is that Idios, his chest message has been confiscated by the Congregation for the Sacraments. Yeah, I would not have noticed that door, I think, ordinarily. Okay. I think this was that thing I was saying looked like it might be a checkpoint. Yes. It is in fact a checkpoint. Does that mean we're gonna have to go deeper later? So other point, like it gave us a tiny shortcut, but we wouldn't have saved too much time by doing that. Alright. So why is the cult and the organization working together? That's the first question. Okay, let's save before we enter this mysterious thing that feels vaguely like a door we entered in Cold Steel. Also in some kind of ancient urns. Well, there's healing. Well, I'm ignoring your healing. I'm ignoring these blood stains on the floor too. In fact, I'm gonna make a game of not step on the blood stains. That's probably supposed to be like a ritualistic dais for sacrifices, with all the blood and viscera.
お疲れさん。ダンジョン探索にトレジャーハント。たまにはああいう王道な趣向も悪くなかっただろう。
やはりお前の仕業か。
ずいぶん面倒なお遊びに付き合わせるじ
少しは障害がないと君らだって楽しくないだろう。道化師ならではのお茶目なサービスとでも思ってほしい。全然嬉しくはありません。しかしあなた結社などにいるような年には見えませんね。そのあたりはレンちゃんと同じような感じなのかしら。彼女と違って見た目通りの年じゃないけどね。そうそうクロスベル
Because he is Enforcer number 0. Assuming they're numbered in order, that makes him the first person that they ever recruited.
なかなか興味深かったけどかなり茨の道じゃないかな。
覚悟の上だ。
たとえ茨の道であろうと踏み越えなくてはならない時というものはある。
I mean, unless you're saying they acquired all the Enforcers in like a year.
クロスベルがどうなろうと僕の使命からは外れている。その意味ではとっとと撤退してもいいんだけど最後にとっておきのショーを披露させてもらおうかな。
Alright, here comes the showmanship. Bending space and time by snapping his
これ
fingers.
は
現実いえ特殊な位相空間の展開。
魔術的な結界に取り込むつもりか。
ここは足場が悪いからもう少し広い場所に案内するよ。執行者ナンバー0道化師カンパネルラ。いざ尋常に勝負なんてね。とっておきのショーを見せてあげるよ。
Wow, this feels like they just wanted to reuse like the level, like battle levels from Trails in the Sky the Third. Okay, that's what mirror setup. That means I can hit you physically.
さあなかなか
Why did
似
you
合って
turn
る
me
よ。
into a chili pepper? Is being a chili pepper an ailment?
俺の番だ。
Okay, being a chili pepper is an ailment.
とっておきを出そうかな。
Imitation salt ale?
さすがに反則。全部それじゃあバイバイ。
What is happening?
ピンチです。ドライブ開始。
まだやれる。みんな一気に行くぞ。
まだまだ。
開いた。
手こずってるかい。
へえ、思ってさとくとご覧あれ。なかなか似合ってるよ。
Why does a mirror turn us into
な
peppers?
かなか似合ってるよ。
Who moves next? Yeah.
エニグマや
助かりました。なんとかしないと。
Oh, you don't have Ricuria? Or Ricuria of any kind?
ド それや
ありがとう。まだやれる。エニグマ駆動。
なんとかしないと。それ
まずいな。
それ
ありがとう君たちにはかなわないよ。なんとかしないと。
I don't know if I want to know what that did.
エニグマ
We're gonna
行くぞ
steal this crit.
任せてくれ。
さあとくとご覧あれなかなかにさあとく
Oh, his
なかなか
move
似合ってるよ。
swapped you out, so when I targeted him, he moved
私の番で
away?
す。
Am I understanding that right?
ドライブ開始。さあシャッフルシャッフル。さてと
Okay, he can move us around. Okay, so he's himself not super tough, but he's about like disrupting your formation and disrupting your plans. Because when you turn into a pepper, you can't use items, crafts, or arts. He can make it so that when you attack him, he swaps out and he can just reshuffle everyone on the battlefield.
エニグマや
サンクスサンクス。
俺の番だな。
あいたさあさあ
おっしゃ。
なかなか似合ってるよ。
は
あいた私の番ね。助かりました。それ
俺の番だな。
はい君たちにはかなわないよ。エニグマさあなかなか似合ってるよ。
任せてくれ。
任せて。
Curie is expensive,
俺の番。
man.
は
つけたあいたさあとくとご覧なかなか似合ってるよ。ありがとうました。はあはい
Playing it.
ドライブ
任せてくれ。させるか。
さあなかなか似合ってるよ。エニグマ
行くぜ。
駆動あいたあいたさあシャッフルシャッフルさあシャッフルいきますドライブ開始さあとくとご覧あれなかなか似合ってるよ。それ任せて。
サンクス。
あいたさあなかなか似合ってるよ。さあなかなか似合ってるよ。分析を開始入手しました。
I was gonna say, I wouldn't be surprised if he is even across all elemental affinities, just for the lulz.
あいたさあシャッフルシャッフル
行くぞ。はあ。それ。
サンクス。
ありがとうチャンスですみんなあいた君たちにはかなわないよ。あいた
俺の番だ。
あいた
Okay,
やるじゃないか
これが実践の差ってやつかね。
that wasn't actually that hard of a battle. He's just, like I said, he just disturbs your formation. He's kind of annoying.
やれやれやっぱり慣れないことはあんまりするもんじゃな
Yeah,
いね。
and like he's saying right now, he's not a frontline fighter.
どうだ。
Like, is he just here to delay us,
僕たち
really?
の勝ちってことでいいのかな。
依存はないよ。まあ鋼の聖女相手にか
余計なお世話だっつうの。
これにて僕はクロスベルを去らせてもらうよ。人に作られし司法の行方、本当はもう少し見届けたかったけど、懸命の
今度は帝国の方をめちゃくちゃにするつもりですか？
全ては偉大なる。だが答えを出すのはいつだって運命の中にある人。それは
何？
答えを運が良ければまた会おう。果たして君たちがどんな答えを出したのか、
I hope everything's
ぜ
okay,
ひ聞
Sam
かせて
says.
おくれよ。
Get some rest if you need it. I know being in the hospital is not a fun, even if like you're like there visiting someone or like it just drains you, honestly. Oh well, I hope your brother is okay. I've had a cousin who's had that, and it's not a good time.
最後まで思わせぶりのことを。
私たちが答えを出す。
まあとりあえず金の共鳴を止めてしまおう
Okay,
か。
that's good because I remember. So and I guess this was a long time. When my cousin had it, it was probably like 20-ish years ago. I think his recovery time was like 1 week.
そうだな。ランディ、
私もお手伝いします。
Just gotta yeet it. Are we holding it so it stops vibrating? Is that what, I think we're holding it so it stops vibrating.
止まった。
上位3属性は相変わらず働いていますが、他の金との共鳴については解除できたようですね。
これで塔の鐘を止めれば万事 OK ってわけ。
ああ、少なくとも金同士の共鳴は終わるはずだ。マイスターの話が本当ならクロスペルシを包む結界も解除できるかもしれない。行こう、星見の塔へ。
はい。
OK リー
Okay,
ダー。
that's one dungeon down. Okay, that's good. I mean, that probably depends on what kind of work. If you're, paid hourly and he's not going to get any time off for that, I mean, I wouldn't blame him if he's back Monday. As much as he probably shouldn't be. Okay, we got both our mysterious treasure chests. There was that one mysterious door that was still locked. Maybe they just left themselves something for like the future, just in case they wanted to do something later.
狙い撃つわ。任せそこ。行きます。戦闘終了。
That's good. So sounds like he can definitely go back to work if he's feeling up to it.
敵先生、気をつけて。お返しよ。
よし、で、これが俺たちの力だ。
Well, how are you doing, Samus? Like I said, I know that going to the hospital and stuff can be a
と
lot
っ
to
とと
go
終わらせる
through.
ぞ。
私の番ね。
行くぜ。は、ちょろいぜ。
Yeah. Go get something to eat, and I know you're usually only on to like 9:30 anyways. Just go rest, honestly. It's like just being in the background here is a place to rest, fine, but don't feel like you need to hang out. Okay, that's good.
敵接近、注意してください。
任せて。
行くぜ。はっ、よし、この調子で行くぞ。
So we gotta go back down to the crossroad. Are the buses running? No.
さあ、かかってこい。その程度じゃ 俺たちは止められない。
But now they can beam us up. Let's go to the healing room. Let's see if there's any upgrades we can do. Bumped up some EP. Let's go heal again. I think I have to go to the sandbar. Like right here as well, they've left themselves like, oh, we never went down that route. And I mean, I guess there's still time for them to use it, but from the guide I'm following, I think we just have 3 straight dungeons to do, which is like this one, like enter Crossbell, and then like the final dungeon.
敵発見。一気に決めるぞ。
そこだ。
俺のは100年早いっつうの。
Isn't there... Yeah, isn't there a... I thought there was a treasure chest here somewhere. Oh well, I guess I'm mistaken.
敵発見。一気に決めるぞ。
Oh, maybe we got it last time I came through here. Doing alright. Yeah, doing alright. Just chilling, seeing if we can get through most of this game today. I guess you missed the very start of the stream. I said, I know we only have 4 dungeons left. We just completed 1. This is 2. If we can, like, blitz through this, I might do a slightly longer stream today to, like, finish off the 3rd dungeon and kind of set up Friday to be the last stream of this game.
結社の操る人形兵器。
白兵戦タイプという
If
こ
we
と
can
だ
get
った
through it today, that would be good, but I somehow doubt we get through it today.
やはり塔の中に入るのは骨が折れそうですね。
Read the stream title. We're not 100%ing this game tonight. Also because it's physically impossible for us to 100% at this point in time.
ヴァンガード F3 スレッグにる我が敵機体が運用している特別に調整された機体です。
Is that like the Grails Ritter?
あなたは
鋼の聖女。
無事カンパネルラの守りを突破したようですね。この宿業の塔では我が隊が相手を務めましょう。まずは彼らの守りを突破してみせなさい。話はす。
上等だ。
It's gonna break a lot more.
全
than their
力で
defenses.
撃破する。
敵出現やっちゃいましょう。任せて。
I don't know.
エニグマ
Electricity.
ターゲットを捕獲しました。
I chose wisely.
俺の番だな。
任せてくれ。はっはっ
行きます。ドライブ開始。
よっしゃ。
俺の番だな。はっ任せてくれ。
さてドライブ開始。任せて。
俺の番だな。 しゃ
私の番で
At
す。
this point in the game, these guys are not
ドライブ
any
です。
trouble at all.
任せてくれ。はっ
おっしゃ
任せてくれ。
They hit decently well, but they're single target. I'm gonna bank on the fact that there's healing inside again.
任せてくれ。任せてくれ。
And there's only 2 of them, and they move relatively
俺の
slowly.
番だぜは100年早いっつうの
当の要所は敵対の大使たちが守っています。覚悟と決意を持って。
敵機体。甲冑をまとった娘たちか。
結社の中でも最強と言われる戦闘部隊さ。一人一人がレギオンに迫ると思った方がいいかもしれないね。
確かに相当ヤバそうな娘どもだったな。
エリーさん、
何か。
大したことではないのだけど、鋼の聖女。兜で顔を隠していたけれど、
そいつは確かにそうだな。
わざわざ顔を隠しているのも何らかの事情があるのか。
うん、聖杯騎士団でも素顔と素性はつかめていないね。
私と違って性別を偽っているわけでもありませんし。
そうだな。そのあたりも彼女たちとの対決だ。彼女の言葉じゃないけど、覚悟と決意を持って。
はい。
Okay. I'm just checking. I was curious what. Okay, so the Ritter is the German word for knight. So Grail's Ritter, and they had another. So it was. So they're just knights, essentially. I banked on there being healing, and I have lost. Every chest you open gets Ouroboros one step closer to attaining the Septarian of chests.
Sensei 可能始めましょう。
了解。
今だわ。私の番で。
行くぜはっうっしゃいい感じだぜ。
ナイスファイト。よし、やったぞ。
Someone has a new S break. Meteor Breaker. Yes, please. Large area beats medium. We're gonna go here and then down. That'll take us to this treasure chest. You ever stop and think about how this DPD awarded you 5 DP for breaking out of prison? Yes. Yes, I did. They also gave me detective points for letting assassinations happen. I guess you can have those, because you seem to be like you're a more important character these days. Oh, there's a chest if I go that way. Dang it.
Kakattekiagare!
そこだ。よし。
私の番だ。
行くぜ
私の番です。助立ちします。
任せてくれ。はっ、俺の番だ。そこだ。
ごめんなさい。先に行くわね。
I can now cast Rune of Triumph. Okay. Master Arts. These are special arts available only through level 5 Master Quartz. Used from the Master tab of the character selected quartz. Made it 6 turns and doubled. Okay. That's really good. Okay, can we see what it does? This thing looks like that
全力で
Pokemon
行かせてもらうぞ
Dark One. We played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2, you should know it was a Dark One, is it?
私の番です。戦闘終了。やれやれです。
Goddess forbid, Crossbow becomes part of the Empire again. The Imperial government would probably silence all of us crossbow and chests for good. So let's see if...
みんな気をつけて。
Okay, so there's no Rune of Triumph. Party-wide effect. Restore 50 CP. Attacks and crafts deal 150% damage. Wow. And that didn't say how long it lasts for, though.
そこだ
はい。
行くぜ。
任せてみんな大丈夫か
I was just about to say, aren't I supposed to be fighting girls? Got our first one.
敵対が大使豪気のアイネスとい
So
う
does Stall. So Ritter is knight. So does Stall. So Stall. Steel
アリ
knights.
アンロード様の命
I
に
think that makes sense.
まずは先方を務めさせていただく見知りおき願おう
特務支援か話し合いをする余地は
無論だ湿地帯の時はいささか未熟にも感じたが今のお前たちならば十分我ら敵機隊の相手として不足は
I've gone
ない
up 20 levels since then.
アリアンロード様の前にたどり着く資格があるか我がハルバードで試させてもらうぞ
望むところだ
敵機隊の大使相手なら
銀の力強そうね。みんな気をつけて。
分かった任せてくれみんな行くぞ
We'll try the reduced numbers tactic first. Also know that these guys are not fans of thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening.
おっしゃ俺の番だな
私の番ね。
私の番です。エニグマクル
行くぜ。
任せてくれみんな行くぞ
行くぜ。
行くぞ
行きます。
Dang, he went down.
行くぞ
任せろ。
行きます。エニグマ
任せてくれ
やありがとう。
行くぞよし
ダメです。
私の番ね。
助かりました。
手こずってすぐ
よし
私の番です。
I don't even know
ド
he
ラ
had
イ任
heals.
せて。や
サン
行くぞ
ツ。行くぜ。
よし 行くぞ。すまないみんな。
エニグマクロそれ
ありがとう。行くぞ。
The guard.
行くぜ。
任せてくれ。
俺の番だ。
私の番です。
俺の番だな。やった。
さてと助立ちします。
任せろ。
俺の番だな。みんな
行くぜ。行くぜ。
行きます。分析を開始します。しました。
Okay.
任せてくれ。エニグマ駆動。
ダメダメです。
ここだ。
任せてくれ。
私の番ね。今だわ。私の番ね。
ありがとう。任せてくれ。
さて
行くぜ。
行くぞ。よし。みんな
俺の番だ。
行くぞ。
エニグマ駆動。助かりました。はい。
世話が焼けるな。
俺の番だな。
行くぞ。
Our guard is down.
エニグマ。
俺の番だな。
エニグマ。助かりました。
任せてくれ。やった。
はい。ドライブ任せね。
俺の番だ。
俺の番だな。みんな
はい。
行くぜ。
はい。私の番ね。
俺の番だな。
助かりました。
俺の番だな。
さてとエニグマ。
ありがとう。
おっしゃ。
行くぞ。みんな
はい。助立ちします。
よし。
おっしゃ。
行くぞ。任せてくれ。
私の番ね。エニグマ。
すまないみんな。
はい。ドライブかや。
ありがとう。
行くぜ。ま、こんなもんかな。
Nice. That's the first Steel Knight down. I believe there was it 2 of them or 3 of them?
よくぞ我がハルバードをしのいだ。約束通り。だが後に控える二人も慢心せずに挑
2
む。
more. Okay.
気配をロスト。転移して消え去ったようです。
とんでもねえ娘だったな。
ああ、彼女の噂は聞いてたけど、まさかここまでとは。
でも全力を尽くせば太刀打ちはできそうです。
ああ、この調子で先に進もう。
やっぱり何かが引っかかるように。
I feel like Ellie knows who the Steel Knight
敵先
is.
生、
俺の番だ。
お任せを。
And that's what she was saying, is on her mind, and that's what she asked. If anyone knew who she was. Oh yeah, it's Batman. Okay.
敵発見。一気に決めるぞ。
私のそこです。
行くぜ。ぜーはあ、100年早いっつうの。
よし
Okay, so we just gotta go beat up
私の番。
Batwoman and all of her Steel Knights.
戦闘終
All
了
of。her Robins.
全員無事だな。よーし、上げていこうぜ。
さてと。エニグマクロ
おっしゃ。は
や
サン
行くぞ
世話が焼けるな。
さてと。私の番です。ドライブ開始。
俺の番だな。
行くぞみんな
行くぜ。俺の番だな。
エニグマクロタ
俺の番だな
任せて。そこ。
おっしゃ。ぜ
任せてくれで
さてそこです。
任せてくれ悪いね先に行かせてもらうよ
Okay, I've got 2 orbs.
行くぞみんなで
行くぜ。
私のそこ。さてと。
俺の番だはみんな大丈夫か
Let's put them on each side of the scale, maybe?
任せて。そこ。行きます。
よしで
はい。さてと。エニグマ。
サン
任せてくれ
任せて。そこ。さあ先を急ぎましょう。やっはいそこ。敵接近。狙い撃つ。
行くぞ
私の番です。
行くぞ
手こずってる。
よかった。
Got an achievement for winning 500 battles. The achievement is the right to remain violent. So even the game is condoning our violence. I should probably heal though before I commit more acts of violence. Yes, that thing.
ごきげんよう。敵機体が大使魔球のエンネアよ。こんな場所から失礼するわね。2人目の戦乙女。
弓使いかよ。
アイネスを退けるなんてなかなか大したものね。ここは手加減抜きで行かせてもらっていいの。
手加減は無用だ
立ちふさがるとあらば火の粉は払うまでその息やよしね。
Boy, no summons.
さあ我が陣をかいくぐり
You activated my trap card, the no summon card.
上等だ。
あの弓は厄介だ。くれぐれも注意。
了解。頭上からの狙撃を警戒します。
Okay, I'm guessing as a sniper, she's gonna have stuff that hits in a straight line.
みんな
So we're gonna
気を
try
つ
to
けて。了解
split the party up, reduce. Oh, we can't even get to her. She's literally off map. That's kind of cool. Can I hit her with arts? No. So she's literally not even part of this fight. Except she provides like fire support.
分析をすでに取得済みです。私の番ね。
俺の番だ。
任せてくれ。みんな一気に。
Okay, now it looks like she does just target a single character.
えい、任せて。
行くぜ。サンキ
よし。
Oh, and she can do
さてと、
like things that boost her team.
行きます。
So she had an attack advance for one there.
お返しよ。
しゃあ。チャンスだ。
行きます。
行くぜ。
任せてくれ。
さてと。行きます。そこです。
俺の番だな。みんな。
俺の番だ。
私の番ね。助立ちします。
よし。
さて、そこです。
Seems to be her main tactic as well, just attack advance.
俺の番だ。
行くぞ。
Okay, now you jump down to join the fight.
俺の番だな。みんな。一気に行くぞ。
So you're a bow user. You've got a long counter.
エニグマ、駆動。
And now you have the
俺
piercing
の番だ
arrow.
な。
行くぜ。
We can use that crit coming up for Randy's ult.
行きます。さてと。
俺の番だな。
So we're gonna use this for Randy.
俺の番だな。任せてくれ。
行きます。エニグマクリア。
Okay.
任せろ。
Seems pretty
手
straightforward.
こずってる。下げ。
行くぞ。で。そこだ。俺の番だな。で。
Very agile. Lots of counter ability.
エニグマ駆動。
I'm sure counter ability is a word and I used it entirely
任
correctly.
せてくれ。迎撃完了。みんな先に
Okay,
進
full
もう。
team level, that's nice.
参ったわね。後でデュバリーに睨まれてしまいそうだわ。さて、残るは一人。私たちの筆頭だけあって実力は折り紙付きよ。心してかかることね。
やれやれ。なんとかしのげたか。
ああ、かなりギリギリだったぜ。
That one was easier than the
ま
first
さか
one.
ガレスに匹敵する狙撃を弓でやってのけるとはな。
でも上から弓を射るだけかと思いましたが、律儀にも降りてきて、やはり誇り高さを重んじているのではないかと。そうね、古風というか今時まるで中世の騎士道を地で言ってるみたいだわ。
ああ、言われてみればウロボロス。 本当に底の見えない集団だな。
まあとにかく次で手下はラストみてえだ。相当手強そうだが気合を入れるしかねえだろう。
ああ、
行きましょう。
とっとと終わらせるぞ。
みんな
甘いっての。
さてと、今だ。私の番です。そこです。
おっしゃ。はっ、行くぞ。
よ
Oh
し。
my gosh, that was a guard turn.
ピンチです。エニグマ駆動。やあ、なんとかしないと。エニグマ駆動。
負けるか。
それ。
そこだ。負けるか。
ピンチです。エニグマ駆動。やあ、ありがとう。
負けるか。まだまだいける。
Keep an eye on that Risha Mao. I have reason to believe she's engaged in thespionage. Instead of espionage, a thespian is an actor. So thespionage is someone, I guess, who is an actor but also trying to spy on other actors in theater troupes. Anyways, she gets a new weapon. It's like a 50 strength increase, so we're gonna take it. We're gonna say goodbye to the Death Chariot. Say hello to the Death Chariot. Ambush the Death Chariot. Sorry, Death Slugger.
行きました。ステータスオールグリーンです。やっ、
Don't mind me, I didn't just try to shoot you in the butt.
やっ、みんなチャンスよ。
よっし
はい、そこです。そこ。
ここだ。よし。
よし。
そこです。やっ、助立ちします。
俺の番だ。
行くぞ。みんな大丈夫か。
Keep checking every chest in this tower. We're gonna have to start calling team the Stalwarter. No, it's not worth that hit and art defense drop. No, other way.
敵接近、注意してください。
任せてくれ。みんな
俺の番だな。
さてと、私の番ね。そこ、私の番です。そこです。
任せてくれ。
私の番ね。ありがとうございました。
行くぞ。俺の番だな。
さてと、そこ、行きます。そこです。
任せろ。
行くぞ。迎撃完
Keep
了。
on checking for guard
みんな
turns.
先に進もう。
そこ。
俺のバット
いや
おっしゃぜ
私のそこです
行くぞ。
私のそこ
任せろはちょろいぜ
Let's do a quick bit of healing. To bring my entire team back from the dead.
いや
よっしゃ畳みかけるぞ
了解。悪いな、先に行かせてもらうよ。
Our realities exist as we observe and interpret them. As such, Mishi is the greatest. Tio Plato's allegory of the stave. So nice of our enemies to put like top tier weapons for all of the characters climbing the tower that you just can't find in stores.
迎撃完了先に行きましょう
Okay, so we have to come back down from a higher level to get to that chest.
いや
Dang.
敵先生気をつけない。
俺の番だな。
制圧完了。次に行こうか。
敵発見一気に決めるぞ
行きます
よし。
Again, did not check for a
世
guard
話を
turn.
するな。
行くぜ行くぜ
Stealing that death blow.
戦闘終了全員無事だなほらほら邪魔すんじゃねえ
行くぞ。俺の番だな。そこだ。
上出来かしら
ナイスファ
Fully
イト。
single-handedly killed everyone. Take me down to the crossbelts I do the where Roma is blue and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Okay, what the heck did we get from that? Pluto Bell. Can act immediately after using time arts. So if you're using time arts, you don't have to wait after casting. You can just immediately move again. I'm gonna do a savey save there. Against what I'm expecting will be the final one of these.
ここまでたどり着くとはまったく二人とも何をしていたのかしら敵機体が大使神速のデュバリーですアイネスとエンネアを退けたのは見事ですがアリアンロード様のところにはこれ以上一歩も近づけませんいざ尋常に勝負です
話が早く進むのは
何ですのその微妙そうな表情いえ筆頭というのでどんな方かと思ったのですが
意外と可愛らしいっつうか微笑ましいっつうか
He mentioned the DAW tracker. It's over there. He said
可愛らしい
DAW. I think it's adorable. Therefore, the DAW tracker is now adorable.
屈辱いいでしょう本気で行かせてもらいます
Randy, why'd you have to piss her off? Am I scolding anything in particular?
なんて陶器。
Am I scolding the DAW?
かの検定に迫ると称されし、神速の剣。解くと味わいやがれですわ。
来るぞ。
全力でいきます。強そうね。みんな気をつけて。
わかった。
Okay, I can scold you too. Yeah, Samus is inventor of the DAW tracker. I don't see a DAW tracker that I can download yet. I may have set up at one point Wind Waker Randomizer just so I can try the DAW tracker when it comes out. I've been waiting for it. I know you take your time, I know you got a lot of things. Take care of yourself, but I'm waiting for it, and I better see it soon. Okay, she looks like a pain. Remind me what language you're writing it in? I had a feeling you were going to say Rust. I'll send you my GitHub after. And then maybe add me to it and I can take a look at it. I have not written in Rust before, but I can try to get it set up and take a look at it. No, alright, you guys are wind. That's the thing I was looking for.
行くぜ。
そこだ。よし。みんな、一気に行くぞ。
任せて。エニグマ駆動。ドライブ。
俺の番だ。
行くぞ。
おっしゃ。行くぜ。俺の番だ。
私の番ね。行きます。
サンキ
よし。俺の番だな。
サンキ甘いって。甘いっての。
任せてくれ。
さてと。エニグマ。
ありがとう。
はい。行きます。栄養システム開放します。今のは理想絶対症ゼロ個別展開。さてと。
ありがとう。
おっしゃ。
Alright, it was at full, so it has a
任
res.
せてくれ。
助立ちします。お願いしよう。エニグマ鼓動。
任せてくれ。
や
おっしゃ。
よし。セット。
Oh, wait, that was a 2
私の
down.
番ね。私の番ね。
Why does one of you have 3 times the health of the other? Yeah, I mean, if your plan is eventually to release it, it will have to go public at some point. If memory serves, a private GitHub on free plan, I think you can have up to, is it 5 collaborators? Yeah.
行くぞ
助かりました。私の番です。
Boy, stop that.
死ねばお返しだ。
Made my boy angry.
行くぞみんな
私の番ね。
おっしゃ。
任せてくれそこだありがとうそこだまだやれる
今だわ。
ありがとう俺の番だなみんな
任せろ。
さて
よしそれ
ザンク
俺の番だなせい俺の番だな
俺の番だな。俺の番だな。
Oh, nice. I got the
いい
OG.
感じだぜ。
It counted as a triple kill.
信じられません。このような無様、アリアンロード様にどう申し開きをすれば。まさか私の速さを上回るなんて。
とんでもねえお嬢さんだな。
She said, even I can't move that fast. Her speed is incredible. Damn, that pretty face ain't no pushover.
勝負は勝負、口惜しいですが、潔く道は。待って、あなたたちは。いえ、ひょっとしてこの上で待ち受けるは武における究極にして思考。己の魂と決意をどれだけ剣に込められるか。夢。
Okay, Ellie clearly has some idea.
彼女たちの素性について
ちょっとありえないことを考えてみんなを混乱させたくないから。
そうか
ま、
I bet you Ellie is
な
right.
らその方がいいんだ。しかし
どうやら屋上のか
決意を固めて。
ああ
Let's heal. Healing, resting is important. Is there any treasure chests or anything here? No. Then we'll just pull a quick savey save. We're making good time. This is 2 dungeons. Well, once we beat this battle, 2 dungeons done in around 2 hours. I will take that.
来ましたか。どうやら覚悟と決意は固まったようですね。
鋼の聖女。ウロボロスの使徒ですか。
カンパネルラが言うにはあなたたちの計画とこれ以上クロスベルに居続ける必要はあるのか。
いいえ、厳密にはありません。博士はゼロの司法の潜在能力に興味を示していますが、すでに我らの計画からは外れてしまっている存在です。あとは黒井助の方々とあなたたちの問題でしょう。
ならどうして。
正直関係ないんだったらお引き取り願いたいんだけどね。
簡単なことです。司法の御子殿から直接頼まれたからです。
キリアちゃんから？
引き受けましょう。巫女殿の意には極力沿うようマスターに申し付かっています。
ありがとう。あなたたちのマスターにもお礼を言っておいてね。
We're gonna have to fight Key at some point, aren't we? It's gonna be like the second final battle,
戦機に牽制。
and then we're gonna finally convince her to join us and have the actual final
こういった
battle.
者たちが集っています。これ以上先に進めばあなたたちも無事ではいられない。傷つく姿は見たくない。そ
希望は
ありがとう、おかげで前。
なるほど。今の話を聞いてどうやら最後の一押しをしてしまったようです。
ああ、あなた。
壁を乗り越えてあの子を抱きしめるためにも。
ここで引いたら男が廃るってもんだぜ。
女だって同じです。
どうやら完全に火がついたみたいだね。
皆さんの気持ち痛いほどわかります。
Okay, this one is probably gonna be a
アン
tough
ギスが
fight.
7中
They've like
鋼のアリアンロー
hyped this fight up as being tough. If this fight is
ゼロの
easy
巫女殿
peasy,
の望みに
I'm
従
gonna
い
be mad actually.
ここに壁として立ちふさがらん。いざ尋常に勝負。見せてみなさい。
この
I don't know why she gets in this little pocket dimension. That part doesn't make sense.
みんな。
せい。
さてと
Okay, she has range.
エニグマ
任せろ。
私の番です。ターゲット詳細しました。ゲットです。
He's worth a lot of XP. That's
Yes.
nice.
みんな。
アラブいざ戦場に来たれ。
そこです。さてと
エニグマ
行くぜ。
はっ、行くぞ。
さてそこです。
俺の番
Ooh. That long counter is gonna hurt.
我は鋼
And this is also probably gonna hurt.
グランドク
ダメです。
みんな。
まだまだ。
Holy. Lloyd was at full HP.
助かりました。
行きます。裏抜け。
マジかよ。
行きますよ。裏抜け。
ダメです。
Okay.
任せろ。
もろすぎる。
エニグマ私の番です。死ね。そこ来て。
耐えてみなさい。
I'm sorry.
すまない。みんな。
You just have a. What? Okay. Is there something I'm missing? Okay. Okay, I have a plan. If we can get... I was gonna say if we can get Tio high enough.
アラブルいざ戦場に来たれ。それアラブルいざ戦場に来たれ。それありがとう。アラブルいざ戦場に来たれ。エニグマなんとかしないと。
I will DM that to you right now. Oh, Grand Cross next to it? Yeah, GG's. Okay. So, first of all, apparently this is the hardest boss in the entire game. Second of all, we might need to burn a Serum Powder here. My main goal is to get Tio to the point where she can cast her ult, which gives everyone one free hit. And if we can time that with the ult of Aryaner Hood, I don't know if I'm mispronouncing that horribly. Take care, Samus. Yeah, get some rest. We'll do one last try and then we're going to lower the difficulty on this. actually, where's my... Using a master art activates a special effect to all allies for a cast time. When casting and completing, either choose end or extend. Selecting the latter deals elemental damage to all foes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool. It's like a little tarot card.
もろすぎる。私の番ね。みんなありがとう。
行くぜ。
はい。
I'm gonna bet that it's this turn. It was. Heck yeah, we guarded it. Okay.
今のはみんな。
さて
行くぞ。
行きます。そうです。
世話が焼けるな。
はっ。俺の番だな。
おっしゃ。
さて
私の番ね。みんなありがとう。なるほど。
行くぜ。
口だけではありませんね。
俺の番だな。
私の番
もろすぎる。
俺の番だ。
任せてくれ。みしな。
まずいな。
助かりました。なんとかしないと。エニグマ駆動。それ。
行きますよ。裏抜け。負けられない。
なんとかしないと。エニグマ駆動。助かりました。いや。
ありがとう。
食らうが。
まだやれる。それ。
サンクス。
さてと。
助かりました。行きます。エニグマクリア。
俺の番だな。
もろい。助け出します。すぎる。
行くぜ。
私の番ね。そこだ。
私の番です。
行くぞ。やっと。
荒ぶる神の意図。戦場に来たれ。
よし。
行きます。エニグマ駆動。行きや。
サンクス。
さて。
We bet on the fact that she's gonna cast it this turn. Good bet. We won the bet.
さてと。
行くぞ。
サンクス。
私の番ね。
俺の番だな。 行くぜ行くぜ。
行くぞ。
はい
行きますよ裏向け。
助かりました
行くぞ。
カット
せい
そこです。
聞かぬ。
Kill it. Dang it.
ダメです。
行くぜ。
助かりました。
行くぞ。
This might be the end of this.
Ikuzo! それ！
おいしい。エニグマクリア。
ありがとう！
おっしゃ。
行くぞ！
見事です。ならば私も全力で応じましょう。
Oh,
さて
he knocked off his face.
ドライブ開始。それありがとう。
耐えてみた我は
ダメです。
みんなまだまだ
Okay, it looks like if we got to that point and then die, it's fine. Apparently though, if you do beat her, you do get 9999 experience, which is really nice, and an achievement, and 5 detective points.
こんなところで立ち止まってられるかよ。
力不足の感は否めませんが、我が面を砕いたのであれば戦機や剣聖たちにも届く可能性はあるでしょう。
アリアンロード
もしかして聞いてくれるのですか？
一筋の巧妙を示せたのであれば、これ以上は無用の手出しというのもこの結果をもって巫女殿には納得してもらうしかありませんね。
マジか。
鋼の聖女
Ellie showed no sign of knowing who this was.
だが僕らがあなたたちと慣れ合うことはそれは分かっているよね。
無論です。青の聖帝、帝国での動乱が決着すれば、減塩計画も完了。小谷の顛末がどうなったとしても、雌雄を決するときは
ああ、そうだろうね。
鋼の聖女、一つだけ教えてください。あなたはかつて私の父と。
ええ、10年ほど前、我が面を砕くほどの強者はそう現れるものではありません。その高みを目指すか、それとも別の道を進むのかは、それではさらばです。
Okay, she just knows that her father fought her at some point.
答えを出せること、当吉より祈っていますよ。
たく、とんだ聖女様だぜ。めちゃくちゃ美人でタイプなお姉様だったのに、口説くどころじゃなかったしよ。
ランディさん、そういう問題では。
でも本当によくあの面を砕くまで食い下がれたというか、
私たちもそれなりに成長できているみたいね。
はあ、キーヤの話を聞いて腹をくくることができたのが。
そうね。
はあ、あんなこと言わ
We
れちゃ
still
う
don't
な。
know why they're on the side of the
絶対に
organization.
取り戻して抱きしめないと気が済みません。
やれやれ、本当親バカだな。
でもわかる気がします。
よし、金の共鳴を止めよう。うまくいけばクロスペル氏の結界を解除できるはずだ。
They're not quite at the 2-hour, 2 dungeons. It took a little bit more than 2 hours. Apparently, if you've collected every treasure chest up to this point, which I think we're close, but I don't think we're fully at, you would have collected only 73.9% of all treasure chests.
Kochira Dadori, 結界の消滅を確認した。これよりメルカバへの
結界が消滅した。結社の連中も不甲斐ない。こうなったら全てのアイオンを都市防衛に回すべきか。国防長官を呼べ。ベルト、シグムントたちもだ。
承知しました。
青い壁が。
心配は無用だ。お前に害が及ぶことはないから安心するといい。
Sorry for that. Just getting a late call. I was expecting this call much earlier in the day. I've got a guy coming in to do some annual furnace maintenance. They're just booking the exact time on Friday. I forgot Shizuku can see now.
お父さんの方がどうしてこんなことに。お母さんだってきっと悲しんでるはずだよ。
そうだな、サヤがいればきっと。困った顔で説教された。雫、お前に一つ頼みたいことがある。
He's gonna ask her to, like, do something with Kia.
してやられましたわね。
ベル、ディーターが探してるみたいだけど、行かなくてもいいの？
Why do these, like, lights on either side kind of look like they're just, like, sitting casually, leaning up against the railing? They got little
お
legs.
父様にはもう少し焦っていただきましょう。やはり金の共鳴がないと結界の展開は難しいですか？
今のままだとあの子たちは動けるけど空の力は使えないかな。ロイドたち来るよ。
困りましたわね。これでは予定通り動くしかなくなってしまいますわ。彼のプラン通りに。
Belle's got something else up her sleeve,
全
doesn't
て
she?
はキーヤさん次第。私たちは従うだけです。ここで降りるか、それとも全てを叶えるか、そろそろ選ぶ時です。
最初から他に道がないのはキーヤにも分かってたから。ロイドやエリー、ティオやランディ、雫やみんなのためにも。きっと全てを叶えてみせる。
Hey, I'm the cutscene logo.
Sonja, 領空内に入ったくらいじゃ攻撃される心配はなさそうか？
ああ、どうやらアイオンたちはクロスベル市に接近しない限りは大丈夫だと思うよ。
よっしゃ、これでなんとか目処がつきそうやな。明日の明け方にはそっちに戻る。タイミングについてはその時に話すとしようや。
了解。
ケビン、代わって。リースさん、エリーさん、ご無事で何よりです。ロイドさんに他の皆さんたちも。
おかげさまで。
いやー、こんな形でリースちゃんと話せるとは思わなかったぜ。
私たちの突入を助けてくださるんですよね？ええ、こちらのメルカバで都市を防衛するアイオン両兵と国防軍の方までは対処できませんが。
十分です。
Okay, so I'm gonna play decoy.
リースさん、ケビン神父、なんとお礼を言ったらいいか。
ま、礼を言うんは無事成功してからにしてや。一応こっちも助っ人を連れてくるつもりやけど、それでもあの人形ども相手じゃ分が悪すぎるかもしれん。
確かに。
ま、あんまり無理だけはすんなよな。
おおきに、ワジ。そんじゃ。
ああ、待ってるよ。
それでは失礼します。
厳しい一日になりそうだな。
そうですね。地上の戦力差についても大統領側が上回っていますし、なんといってもあの人形たちがとんでもない強さなんでしょ。
マイスターによれば白い機体の空間消滅の力は使えなくなったそうですが、それでも基本的な性能は変わっていないのですよね。
そう思っていた方が、白い機体はこの9号機が様子を見ておく必要があるな。
いずれにせよ都市周辺では鍵を握るとしたら潜入を担当する僕らだろうね。
ああ、なんとか入り込んで課長やダドリーさんたちと合流しないとな。
しかし大丈夫なのか。ダドリーからの連絡が途中で切れちまったそうだ。
多分通信ターミナルで強制遮断されたんじゃね。特定のエニグマ登録番号だけ。
それじゃあ市内では大統領側は通信が通信ターミナルも抑える必要がありそうで、オルキスタワー内にありますから。
いずれにしても全ては明日の朝ですね。
Just storm Orcus Tower, get the comm system. I mean, we also know that the president's there, and at the very top is Kia.
キーヤちゃんを取り戻すためにもなん。
ああ、今夜は休んで。みんな仮眠室もあるから万全の体制で明日の朝に臨むとしよう。
ああ。
Their preparations are complete. Be up to Tio. Perform your final systems check on the Merkaba before operation tomorrow. No time for me to do it then, since I'll be disembarking with you. Not if I leave you on the ship! Once we can access the communication mainframe, I'll leave the rest of the hacking to Jonah and Fran. See, it sounds like a lot of extra work. Not to worry, I'll be done before long, so later you should be saving your energy instead of fretting over the minutiae. Hardly, it's still my responsibility to make sure we're fully prepared for tomorrow. I'll get what you're trying to say, I'll leave it to you. Just make sure you take your own advice and get some rest when you're done. I will, so as long as you remember to do the same. Once you're in the city, that'll be my cue to start hacking from the Merkaba. Do me a favor while you're in there and cause as much chaos as you can, okay? Stirring up some confusion IRL will make it a whole lot easier to find opening in the net. Hold up bar into the bargain if you do, just so we're clear, Jonah. I'm planning on pulling another all-nighter today. So what if I'm sure I don't have much work left, but come on, I'm a night owl. Besides, staying up till dawn gives you way more adrenaline than 8 hours of crappy sleep. Listen, Jonah, tomorrow's gonna be a long day. No way you'll last if you're awake all night. As far as I can tell, you're almost done here. So march your hacker butt to bed. Sleep ASAP if you know what's good for you. Alright, I get it. Find a good place to stop and wrap things up. Just cool with the cop routine already. Tomorrow we'll carry out our operation. Upon disembarking, I intend to enter the city as a reconnaissance unit. Point of landing will differ from yours. Know that I will hasten to your side should you require it. Thanks, we appreciate the backup. Reminds me, the wolves in the mountains will be helping out too, right? Yes, I instructed them to lend their aid to the resistance force from the CGF. Prove a worthy opposition to the Red Constellation, provided they use the terrain to their advantage. I think Second Lieutenant Muriel and the others will be more than happy to have the support. Yes, however, that is as much assistance as I can provide. The task of rescuing Key ultimately rests on your shoulders. I'm sure you know there are still many trials and tribulations standing between you and her. I know, but it doesn't matter. Nothing's going to stop me from reaching Kia no matter what. You wait and see, Sight. So I shall. Show me what you are capable of. Tomorrow's the day. I'll finally be infiltrating our way back to Crossbell City. Only a short while ago that I left, and yet somehow I feel as if I've been missing it for ages. I know what you mean. The Irons have refocused their attention on defending the city now that the barrier's down. So, it's hard not to wonder how everybody in Arc-en-Ciel is holding up. I imagine they're still practicing even now. The show must go on after all, no matter the circumstances. The troop is always perfecting its craft and looking forward, not behind. The way Ilya would want it, the way of Arc-en-Ciel. Guess I can't argue with that. If you don't mind my asking, what next year after we liberate Crossbell? I intend to see Ilya again and continue my time on the stage dancing with Arc-en-Ciel. Though that desire to burn within me, I have no idea how to carry it out. I don't even know what I'm going to say to Ilya and Sully the next time I see them. The words escape me. I get where you're coming from. For what it's worth, I think Ilya and the rest of Arc-en-Ciel will always be happy to accept you. My advice would be not to think about it too much. Focus first on the path in front of you. The next step to take. Raise a good point. Anyways, the reunion's not going to happen unless we liberate Crossbell City first. Ready to give it your all tomorrow. I know I am. Right. So you guys are really going to try to liberate Crossbow City, putting your lives on the line to fight the new regime? Vale's narrative is going to be that the person was right all along. Hope you realize that. History's written by the victors, remember? Looking back, will the ends justify the mean, just like in Calvard's bloody revolution? I know. It comes down to tomorrow, we know that better than anyone. My bad, I'm not trying to put even more pressure on you. Just as a journalist, I have a responsibility to see how Crossbell's fate plays out and relay it to the people. Beyond that, I'm still my own person. I'm rooting free from the bottom of my heart. The SSS is Guy's legacy, after all. You're the living embodiment of everything he ever fought for. Grace, I don't know what to say. Promise to give it your all tomorrow for a start. Do it for Kia's sake, too. Right, we will. Tomorrow's the day we liberate Crossbell. Finally get a chance to speak to Belle and Uncle Dieter to ask them why they did this, or maybe even talk them out of it. Again, if they still refuse. Ellie, I can't imagine what you're going through. Sorry, Lord, I know this isn't the time to be dwelling. Debt to repay to everyone. It's helped us despite the risks. Above all, this is a fight we have to win to take back Kia. All in this together, Ellie. Tomorrow will be our day to seize. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Lloyd. It makes me feel a lot better. An arduous day lies ahead of you, Lloyd. You and your young friends should be made to bear the burden of Crossbell's future, while there's simply no excusing it. One of our state's 2 highest-ranking representatives, I can only hang my head in shame. Nothing to be sorry for, Speaker McDowell. If it weren't for your willingness to make the declaration of invalidity, you would have never gotten this far. You played your part admirably, but from here on, this is our fight. This is something we have to do. Thank you. Though I hope you can at least accept my apology. Still, if that's how you feel, I have faith that you'll succeed in liberating the city. In the meantime, I must plan for what comes after. I hope that the harried citizens of Crossbell will be able to return to their peaceful lives as soon as possible. I hope so too. I think we're pretty good on items, actually. I'm surprised.
マジ、アッパス、もしかして飲んでるのか？
僕らもとりあえずは準備は終わったからね。君も一杯どうだい？
おいおい、明日は作戦なのに大丈夫か？すでにいくつかグラスを開けちゃったみたいだけど。
心配するな。ベントスに作らせたノンアルコールのカクテル。明日の作戦の進行には支障あるまい。
ああ、アッパスがそう言うなら。
一人で飲んでる時でも信じてくれて構わないんだけど。そうそう、一応君たちにも言っておいた方が。明日の作戦、法王芸家からも正式に参加の許可が下りたよ。
そうなのか？
隠密活動を主とするメルカバを大規模な作戦で運用するのは本来ならば避けるべきだが、大陸全土の混乱状態を考えればもはや多少の露見はやむを得まい。
そうか、教会の判断に感謝するよ。とにかく決戦は明日だ。
了解だ、リーダー。
無論力添えはさせてもらおう。
ああ、そういえばもう一つだけ。
マジ？あの件は現時点では秘匿事項に入るはず。
あれ？それじゃあできるだけこっそり伝えないといけない。
まあいい。ワジがそう言うなら仕方あるまい。
なんだかよくわからない。
君たちに大きく関係することさ。気になるなら後で甲板で待ち合わせて話してあげることもできるけど。
わかった。甲板に行けばいいんだな。
決まりだね。
ワジ、念のため言っておくが、くれ。
僕は飲み終わってから行くから、そんなに急がなくてもいいよ。
Sup, Lloyd? Ran you getting to maintenance and weapons? Yep, tomorrow's operation is going to be the turning point in all this, you know? Once that moment arrives, it'll be Berserker's time to shine. I gotta make sure he's ready for it. But think of it, we've been busy lately. I haven't had the time to do any tuning up myself. Maybe I should work on my Tonfas tonight when I have the chance. See, now you're thinking. Luckily, your Tonfas don't have small bits that need tweaking the way a rifle does. Well, it's be good throwing on some polish and giving them a good rub down. Yeah, I guess you're right. Good advice, Randy. I think I'll do it later. Hey, Noel, Fran. You seem surprisingly calm considering tomorrow's agenda. Oh, do we? Actually, I was in the middle of triple checking my weapons until Fran came in. Don't sound so annoyed, Noe. I came down here to give you some emotional support. That's I'm already done with my preparations for tonight. Dependable as always. Operation Spore is what we're gonna need more than ever tomorrow, so make sure you get your rest tonight, okay, Fran? Don't worry, I will. In fact, that's the real reason I came down here. Nothing recharges my batteries like spending some quality time with Noe. I'd say you're exaggerating, but knowing you, you're definitely not. I can stay, but at least let me get some work done, Fran. This reminds me, Lloyd. Try to get in contact with the commander again tonight. Reconfirm our strategy with her one last time out of tomorrow's operation. Sounds like a good idea. Just remember to get some sleep once you're finished, okay? Don't have enough for Evade 2. There's nothing beyond Poison 2 and Impede 2. Same with Blind 2. It's only a 1 slot anyways. Attack 3. Hit 3. If I can afford them. Okay, that's about as optimized as I think as I can make this team.
So, どうする?
We talked to everyone.
やあ、来たね。
ああ。あんな風に思わせぶりに言われたら
そんな風に言いながらも律儀に来てくれる君が好きさ。愛していると言っても過言じゃないくらいだ。
そういうのはいいからキーヤについてだろ。話を聞かせてくれ。
了解。本当は部外者には話しちゃいけないんだけど、ゼロの司法の処遇についてはどうやら教会は基本的にノータッチという形になりそうだ。たとえこの事件がどんな結末に終わったとしてもね。
本当か？
ああ。蛇の連中が撤退し、オリジナルの司法が失われている今、その意味で僕らがキーヤを連れ去る選択もなくなったわ。
そうか。知らせてくれてあり。でもワジはこのまま 俺たちに協力して問題な。
道化師と第7中は去ったけど、第6中の撤退は確認できていない。それにあの人形たちをはじめ結社が黒い助に供与した技術が、その影響がなくなるまでは最低限の介入を続けるつもりさ。
なるほど。聞けば聞くほど俺たちの常識から外れた争いが繰り広げられているみたいだな。
君たちの住む世界とは表と裏の関係にあたる世界の話さ。それと僕にとっては2年に及ぶクロスベル潜入任務の締めくくりというのが。
そういえばワジは17歳だったよな。2年前ということは15歳で任務に就いたわ。でもドミニオンっていうかなり重要な地位にいるんだ。
ああ、ドミニオンっていうのは実績でなるものじゃないんだ。印が現れたものしかなれないし、なることが運命づけられている。まあそんなオカルティックでいかがわしい立場ってわけさ。
自分で言うな。でも印ってひょっとしてワジが戦闘中にたまに見せることが。
ああ、スティグマ、それがこの印の名前さ。魂に刻み込まれた刻印、力の源泉にして。これが僕に現れたのは今から7年くらい前のことさ。
7年前？
別に DG 教団とは全然関係のない話だけど、暇つぶしに聞くかい？
そうだな。差し支えなかったら考えてみればワジの過去はほとんど知らないも同然だし、性格や行動パターンは大体分かってるつもり。